FDA FastTrack designation. Did I say this yesterday? What? I'm not going to be one of these guys, right? I'm not going to be one of these guys that does that. Let me get the link up to everybody on StockTwits real quick and Twitter. Boom. Let's just do this really quickly. Do some quick housekeeping, and we're going to be all over this stock today, talking about how excited we are. Just 1 second. Yes, we've been waiting for this, and this is what we were talking about yesterday on the lives. And hopefully you guys were able to take a look at that. All right, so the Twitter one is up. I'm gonna let everybody know. Oops, what did I do? I did something wrong. Let me get this up on StockTwits, and away we go. And away we go. Hey, everybody on YouTube. I see a couple of people have already joined. I haven't even gotten the link out yet, but thank you so much for your support. Oh, look at us. We're running. I love it, man. I love it. See, we're finally going. See, the shorts came in this morning and gave it everything they had. And live now. Yeah, the shorts came in and gave it everything they had. And now it's inevitable. It's like Thanos, but it's the opposite way. It's like it's like if Thanos flipped and became like a good person. You know what I mean? It's like, this is like the superhero stock of oh man, it's going. Let's get the chart up. So everybody on TikTok, if you're not watching the chart right now, it's a big day for Incannex Healthcare. There's the IXHL phase 2 to the moon. That's exactly what we're talking about today. It's no more phase 2, right? It's like phase 2-3 now, right? Anyway, we're going to get into this filing in a second, but let's take a quick look at the chart. Make it a little less noisy. I marked out the day trend line, and we have a much higher floor now, which is incredible if you're an investor. Especially want to welcome everyone on TikTok. I want to welcome everyone on YouTube this morning. It's Wednesday, December 3rd at 7:47 a.m. And what am I doing here with you guys? Hey, everybody. Hey, Chen, what's up? Good morning, Steve. Oh, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That's really kind, Stephen. And that sometimes I listen to my own lives in the car and stuff like that, just to keep myself calm, because I know I have good information and I've done all the work. So I even listen to it myself. I know that sounds insane and narcissistic, but I do it because it calms me down, So let's get the chart up. Let's see. Share screen. There it is. Bing, boom. And it's up. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. We're looking at, this is a little noisy, so I'm going to move these. Move this trend line here. Hey, guys on TikTok. So what we're looking at, we're getting the chart up before we get into the actual AK and what it means for us. Whoops, I didn't want to take that price box away. Let's see if I can put it back. Yep, there it is. So that, for everybody on YouTube, that price box will tell it. That's pretty much the story of the day right there. This is what I want to get rid of, these trend lines. I don't need these because anything can happen. But I will leave this one. Okay, so what do we have? We have the blue day trend line is now been moved up, and it's over 38 cents, which is incredible, right? We have the stock is now trading at 0.4337. So that's almost 43.5 cents. Massive move since the last couple of days. We were trading at 36 cents. You can see we had a high this morning pre-market of 54 cents. That's most likely when the news came out, the AK came out for the FDA FastTrack. We were just talking about this yesterday on the live, and here it is. I didn't expect it that quickly, but yesterday I was saying I'm not going to be one of these guys. I said that was going to happen. I told you it was going to happen. That was me. I said it. But I did say we have to be prepared for these big moves. These are going to be volatile booms that are going to start coming, right? Right now, the stock's being suppressed, obviously. It's at 43.5 cents. The short or whoever it is, either, that could be anything. That could be the market maker slamming liquidity, trying to get liquidity back down to 40 cents. And it might try to do that all day long, right? And we might see this all day long. We might see this kind of like below the price box, below that first 15-minute original range bound candle. You might see that all day long, and or it might make a gigantic move any moment now. Any moment now, this may make a huge move. But what I'd like to see in order to validate that, is a few things. If you're day trading or if you're swing trading this, I can give you some input on this and some insight. So we know that we've broken through that 0.39 cents, that 0.4, basically 40 cents. Let's call it 40 cents now. Well, we have the luxury of calling it 40 cents. We've broken through that. We've closed above it. We closed our day candle above that 40 cents. And then just yesterday we were talking about how, if we break that 40 cent, that round number, that we're going to move big. And then someone made this amazing comment. I was so distracted with trying to get all the information and the science and stuff like that out, that someone in the comments yesterday, I forgot your names on YouTube, sorry, said that the 50-day EMA or something is 40 cents. And once that breaks, we're going to be off and running. And then now we have both. So now we've broken the 50-day EMA. We've got so 40 cents is a it's last week's story or a few days, whatever. And now we've cracked through that. We've got the FDA FastTrack. Let's dive into that. Let's talk about what that is and what it means. Okay. Here we go. Let me find that. Let me find my notes on that. Right now, the stock's trading at 44 cents. It's making its move up again. It's going into the bottom of the first original range bound candle, the 15-minute candle. Hey, everybody on TikTok, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this is IXHL, Incannex Healthcare. It's the first in class, first to market, most likely, ever sleep apnea oral pill where you just take a pill. If you don't think that's a great investment, the FDA just fast-tracked gave it fast-track designation this morning. It's a massive nod in confidence from the FDA. So we're really, really excited. If any of you know me, I've been super convicted on this stock, and you guys probably want me to shut up and talk about what the AK means, and I'll do that. For everybody on YouTube that's watching, I shared the chart with you, and you can see this is the story of the day here. So this is it. This is it. It's pretty simple. You mark out that box. That's the original range bound candle, that 15 candle. You do 26 boxes. That's the whole day. That's the whole trading day, right? You got the high of the day. It was 54 cents, 54.5 cents, which is massive. That's where it should be. That's most likely where the stock will end up by the end of the day or better. If it doesn't just fucking, excuse my language, run. If it doesn't just run. It may run into the 70s today, which would be amazing. But I got to stay calm, Brian. Stay calm. Enjoy the coffee. So this candle has this 15-minute candle has 6 or 7 minutes left. It's right now at 44 cents. It's right underneath the trend line from that 54 or 55 cent high of the day pre-market. Okay, so let's get into the AK. Where is my AK? I know I have it here somewhere. What's up, guys? What's up, everybody? I didn't even see. I had the chart open. I didn't see everybody. What's up, William? Hey, Steven. Good morning, guys. Chang or Chen. What's up, Chen? It's good to see you. Good to see all of you. Angela. Hey, good morning. Oh, you can't see? Can you see the chart now? I got to be quiet, too, because it's still early in my neighborhood. My walls are so thin in my house. Can you guys see the chart up on YouTube? Can I get a yes? A verbal yes? Can you hear me, too? Can you guys hear me? Also want to get a verbal yes there. Let's see. Good morning. You can't see. You can or you can't see? You can see now. Great. Okay. All right. So here we go, guys. Let's talk about this. What happened today as the stock is trading around 44 cents? Everybody on TikTok, what happened today? Incannex Healthcare, which has 3 global assets, Obstructive sleep apnea, the number one. Let's just stay focused on that. OSA, obstructive sleep apnea. You got to wear this mask, this machine. This company called ResMed. It's like a $42 billion company. They own pretty much the market on that, right? Until we came up with a pill, an oral medication, IHL-42X. It's 83% effective on the apnea-hypopnea index. We all knew this. We had this amazing phase 2 readout. We raised all this money. We bought back our warrants. It's like a clean cap table, the best setup ever. It wasn't, we've all been here for a really long time. We've seen massive booms in July. We've seen dilution. We've seen the company raise $73 million. And here's what we got today. So let's see. Okay. Yeah. So we got breaking news this morning. Incannex put out an AK with the FDA FastTracking. IXHL-42X is Incanex's oral fixed dose combination. The headline, FastTrack designation, what does that mean? So FastTrack is an FDA program for drug candidates targeting serious conditions and addressing an unmet medical need. And that's what Joel Latham says in all of his interviews and podcasts. And none of us really listen to him when he says that. But just to quickly say that again, he says that they are focused on this, and apparently they are, because they just got a FastTrack designation. FastTrack is an FDA program for drug candidates targeting serious conditions, like sleep apnea is a very serious condition. I must have it as well because I don't really sleep very well. And addressing an unmet medical need. It's not approval. It's not breakthrough therapy. It's not a guarantee, but it is real regulatory milestone because it changes the relationship with the FDA and can tighten the path forward. So I think what they're trying to say is that at this point, the relationship with the FDA is more important. It's tightened. They have more access to it. According to the company, they say FastTrack was supported by promising safety, efficacy, and pharmacokinetic results from 3 trials in the IXHL and the IHL-42X program. They specifically referenced the phase 2 Reposa study, where they reported statistically significant reductions in AHI, and they highlight that some individuals had reductions up to 83%, along with strong patient-reported outcomes and an excellent safety profile. Boom, aka boom, boom. That's most likely what's going to happen. So from a credibility standpoint, the FDA doesn't hand out FastTrack for vibes. That's what it says. The company is saying I asked AI to take the 8K and give me notes. The company is saying the designation is supported by the data package they've already generated. Okay. Now, what does FastTrack actually unlock? Incannex outlined 3 main benefits. 3. 1, more frequent and structured interactions with the FDA. Huge. And I didn't even read the next line. This is huge for clarity. It helps them align on clinical strategy, trial design, endpoints, and data requirements. Translation, fewer surprises later if they execute. Number 2, eligibility for rolling review. That means that when they eventually file an NDA, they may be able to submit sections as they're completed instead of waiting for the entire application package. That can save time later in the process, but it does not mean they get to skip work. Okay. Number 3, potential access to accelerated approval and priority review. Monster, right? Potential access to accelerated approval and priority review. Monster. Well, guess what? We just took first place in the race if criteria are met, right? Okay, keywords, if criteria are met. It's not automatic, but it puts them in a lane. I just said race, in a lane where those can become options. Next, what are the next concrete steps? This part matters because it gives you what happens after the headline roadmap. Incannex says they expect to receive detailed written feedback from the FDA in response to their phase 2 data package and their clinical development strategy. Then they plan to provide further updates once they've reviewed that feedback regarding FDA guidance. the agreed next steps and the proposed path toward late stage development. Okay, so there you go. You know, when we get these filings, when we get these 8Ks and stuff like that, and then you guys, they tell us in these filings what the next catalyst is. It's in every filing. Will tell you what the next catalyst is. You know, and we have a lot of longs and, you know, conservative investors. They always say, "Oh, it's gonna be 6 months. 6 months. We could just sit back and, you know, hibernate because ain't nothing gonna happen." And come on, what have I been saying? You know, of course, there's so many catalysts. Believe me, there's going to be a lot of catalysts, right? All right. So again, I'm just going to repeat this for everyone. Incannex says, the company is saying they expect to receive detailed written feedback from the FDA in response to their phase 2 data package and their clinical development strategy. Then they plan to provide further updates once they've reviewed that feedback regarding FDA guidance, the agreed next step, and the proposed path toward late stage development. Okay, so there's our next catalyst, right? So, and then the next line says, so the next catalyst isn't just FastTrack exist. The next catalyst is FDA feedback plus confirmed late stage plan plus trial design details plus timing. Now, how does this affect the stock? Okay. You guys can see me or no? Okay, let me see. Okay, just double checking. In the short term, FastTrack headlines often attract momentum. You can get volume, you can get new eyeballs, and the market tends to re-rate. The market tends to re-rate regulatory risk. Yeah, slightly. Low. Oh, no. The market tends to re-rate regulatory. Obviously, you guys can see I'm like elated today, you know. And the market tends to re-rate regulatory risk slightly lower on news like this. Okay, so it's going to take down the risk factor, slightly lower. You know. All right. We got to. You know, I'm an exaggerator, so I'm going to not exaggerate. I'm going to go with that line said. In the short term, FastTrack headlines often attract momentum. You can get volume, you can get new eyeballs, and the market tends to re-rate regulatory risk slightly lower on news like this. Okay, great. But you also have to watch for classic biotech pattern, pop on the headline. Then traders ask, what's the next financing move and what is the next trial going to cost, right? Okay, FastTrack doesn't fund trials, right? So as we know, I'm going to stop there for a second. And just want to stop quickly and just acknowledge everyone on TikTok and YouTube, and thank you for the support. Thank you for tuning in today. And so if you missed it, we're talking about the FDA. If you're just joining the stream, we're talking about the FDA update, what it means, right? So now we're going to get to some of the bummer stuff, okay? A little bummer stuff, not too much bummer, little bummer. We have $26.7 million left in shares, $26.7 million worth of shares. Stock's moving, it's over 44 cents. $26.7 million worth of shares, right? So at 50 cents a share, how many shares is that? That's 52 million shares, right? That they can dilute with. If they haven't been slowly pinning the price, curvature is really good at that. And if it could be done anyway, right? So a couple of things might happen, right? Don't freak out, people. This is not a big deal. It might be happening right now. It might be happening right now as we speak. Don't freak out. $26.7 million is nothing. It's nothing. Let's look at the volume. How much volume do we have today? Somebody put in the volume. You guys have the volume? Let me take a quick look at the daily volume right now. Boom, boom, boom. Curvature is really good at this. So I don't want to get all over the place, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is I want you guys to effectively trade this stock. I also want, what's going on here? Search for tickers. I also want you to take profit. I want you to take your cost back. I don't want you to be one of these soccer mom investors that, you're in this amazing setup and you never take your profit back. I mean, your cost back. You never take your cost back. And let's not do that. Let's take our cost back. Let's take a certain percentage of our shares. Let's figure out where say 25% of our shares, how much would that cost to take my entire cost back? And set that sell order. Let's do something smart, right? And then ride the rest of this, because the boom is coming. There's a big boom that's coming. It's going to be suppressed a little bit, right? When you get an announcement like this, suppression is going to happen, and it could be by the company and the market makers. They're going to suppress with $26.7 million in shares left. What's the volume today? Holy smokes. Guys, the volume is 153 million. The average volume is 26 million. For the last 2 months, we've been getting 3 million to 8 million in volume every day. So when you see this, 153 million, 426,000 in volume, what that tells you is, and you're seeing the stock, and you see the stock trade at 44 cents after it hit 54 cents. What you're most likely seeing is do I need to look? Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Everyone ready for the trigger warning? I know this is not a popular opinion, and I don't want you to freak out, and it's just an opinion. They're most likely completing the $100 million at the market right now in this trading session. And what do you mean by that, Brian? There's a possibility that the company is completing the $100 million at the market. Remember, they raised $73 million. That means they had $26.7 million left worth of shares, right? If you look at the chart right now, you're seeing that pop to 54 cents. The market opens. What's the first thing you see? The stock goes down. Why does that happen? Because Joel dumps and takes money off of every 8K. That's what he's supposed to do, people, right? So yes, it's trigger warning. Don't freak out. Don't hate me. Don't turn off the stream. There's a possibility they're completing the $100 million at the market as we speak, with 153 million shares being traded right now. We're looking at that's about 46% of the total shares outstanding are being traded, right? And we're only an hour and 90 minutes into the trading day. Is that right? Yeah, we're 99 minutes into the trading day, right? So there's a possibility, or they've taken a push now. Now, everyone take a deep breath. Pray, trade, repeat. Why is this a good thing? Why is this a good thing? Oh my God, you get 8K today that says that they FDA FastTrack, right? If they're smart, they take and complete that $100 million at the market. What do you think the headline's going to be tomorrow morning if you hang in there? Let me give you it's going to be, quote, $100 million at the market complete, no new dilution without shareholder approval or board vote, meaning there's going to be no access to more dilution without a shareholder vote, a vote from the board. So look, I'm just trying to get everyone just I want you to just breathe and understand there's a possibility. This is a big 8K. This is a huge designation, right? And there's a possibility that the company is going to raise the money for phase 3. I mean, wouldn't it make sense? You have a massive positive announcement. You only have $26.7 million worth of shares. You're going to complete that. Doesn't mean it's all happening right now. And this could be short. You guys know better than I do. I don't watch the shorts. It's many shares available right now every day. I don't do that because I'm a long. So there's a little bit of both happening, most likely, right? And we're going to see some of that money is going to get taken off the table because they have to complete that $100 million at the market. They need the money now. And, moving into phase 3, they're going to go into marketing. They're going to go into, they need advertising. They need to pay lobbyists. They need to, you know what I mean? There's more attorneys. They need to, their patent stuff. You know what I mean? More patent stuff. They've already got the patent protection on this drug to 2045, Anyway, okay. Don't freak out, people. Don't freak out. There's a possibility. And by that, I mean, there's a possibility. I don't want anybody to freak out. What I mean by that is it's not a narrative. Oh, dilution, it's happening. It's evidence. Every time there's been an 8K, a material update, the company raises money. That's what biotechs do. That's what clinical stage biotechs do. The good news is they can't do it too much because there's only $26.7 million worth of shares available to do it with. And they're most likely going to do it over the next couple of days. And what's today? Wednesday. I would assume Monday we get an announcement saying that the $100 million at the market is complete. When you confirm that dilution is not available on a stock that has FDA FastTrack designation, boom, right? But how can the company do that unless it's complete? They can't. Or unless they make an announcement. You know, they should have followed up with an announcement this morning then saying that we have no intention of using the at the market, et cetera. Okay, so we talked about that. Let's get back into the super positive stuff. Remember, don't be scared of this. Look at all the volume. They're gonna take some money off the table. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. This is what we're supposed to be doing. The guy raised $73 million. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Let all these new people get their money taken. You know what I mean? You know, it's like getting jumped into a gang. You know what I mean? You come in here thinking that you're gonna ride the roller coaster on the day the FDA FastTrack happens, right? No, they're gonna take that money off the table, and you're gonna have to hold. This is the one thing that he does that's very, very good that I really like about Joel or about the company and about the way that they strategic, like surgeons, they understand the psychology of this and they understand how to raise money and to keep investors invested. Anyway, okay. All right. So that's off the table, that part of the discussion. I know it's not popular. All right. In the longer term, if the FDA feedback comes, let's see, we also have to watch for a classic biotech. Yeah. You have to watch for the classic biotech pattern. Pop on the headline, then the traders ask, what's the next financing move? And what is the next trial going to cost? FastTrack doesn't fund trials, right? It's not a funding for trials. So the bull case needs execution and the bear case will focus on capital dilution risk and timelines, right? Okay, so the bull case needs execution and the bear case, again, here we go again with the bears. They're going to focus on capital dilution risk and timelines. They know this. They know this. So they're going to they're going to lose the dilution narrative completely. And they have to do that. They have to take some money off the table. That's my opinion. It's not financial advice. In the longer term, if the FDA feedback comes back supportive and the next trial is well designated and accurately funded, this designation can compress time to market relative to a standard pathway and increase the profitability of an efficient program. That's where valuation changes, when you can start modeling a more defined path to an NDA. So here's what I'm watching next specifically, and then I'm done talking about the notes and I'll get right back to you guys and we'll talk about it. So here's what I'm watching next specifically. When do we get the FDA written feedback? That's a massive catalyst, right? What does the late stage plan look like? Endpoints, patient population, duration, and trial size. Those are huge updates. What does the financing plan look like to get through late stage development without wrecking shareholders? That's what we just talked about. So I'm not even going to go back into that. And do they announce partnerships, non-dilutive funding, or strategic options as the program advances? That's the line we love. And do they announce partnerships, non-dilutive funding? Like I said, they're going to say that the $100 million at the market is complete. Once they kill that dilution narrative, boom. The bears still have that narrative. They still have the narrative. You know what I mean? Where's the stock trading at right now? 42. It looks like it's being pinned. And some cash is being taken off the table, in my opinion. All right. And do they announce partnership, non-dilutive funding, or strategic options as the program advances? Right. So let me close the opening with this. FastTrack is meaningful. It's bullish as a regulatory signal, but it's still a step in a long chain of steps. The stock can move hard on this, but the durable move comes from the next update. Okay, that's the point we're trying to make here today. It's great. FDA FastTrack designation is incredible, but the real move comes on the next update, FDA guidance and the actual plan forward. Okay. Yeah. So now, drop your questions in the chat. anything you guys want to talk about, let's chop it up. All right, I'm done with my notes. We'll go back to the chart. We see a little bit of we see it being, look, price is being forced under that trend line. Hey, everybody on TikTok. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Thanks for coming. Thanks for chatting. Does let's go to the notes. Let's go to the chats. Let's see. Okay. Who long for FDA next update? How long for next FDA update? We don't know. Could be today. Could be an hour from now. Could be tomorrow morning. Could be right before the 18th. Could be after the 18th. 18th is the shareholder meeting. Thanks, Daniel, for that question. Sadly, that everyone sells fast, so you got to sell fast too to make profit. Well, yes and no. I mean, the one thing that whoever is shorting this stock or anyone against this, basically anyone against this company doing well is there's the one thing that we have that we can only rely on is always going to be the 8K filings and actual evidence. And you can find that on sec.gov/Edgar search file. You see the filings for Incannex Healthcare on that website. You can go through the files and you can, disseminate all those files. Thanks, Paul. And you can see you have Chris Lewis says dilution, 100% agree, right? So it's like I said, the bear thesis is, again, we're going to get bots. We're going to get, and they know this. They're 10 steps ahead of us. Okay, obviously look at the way this company's done everything perfectly. They know the bear narrative is dilution, and they're going to do that, and they're going to short it at the same time, and they're going to hope for macro economic stressors to pile in on some other macro news, like Trump saying something crazy, or yelling tariffs, or some Fed announcement that doesn't go our way. By the way, the Fed announcement is going our way. He hired a new Fed, right? And if there's an interest rate cut next month, the first stocks that see moves are early stage biotechs, or riskier stocks. See a lot more money gets flooded into these stocks. Paul, thank you so much. Chris, yeah, a little bit, but guess what, Chris Lewis, 31.38. Guess what? It's only 26 points. It's only, what is it? It's only how many? I gotta keep this to a minimum. It's only $26.7 million. That's nothing. The next announcement is going to be that they've completed the at the market, and they can't dilute anymore. Once that narrative's gone, boom. Because the only thing that bears are holding on to right now is one word. Because you guys know, like, listen, I love all you guys. I have respect for every type of trader, but come on, bears have one word. That's their entire thesis, and it starts with a D, right? Dilution, right? And they're gonna start saying, "Oh, he's taking all your money." Dude, this is gonna be over quick. You know what I mean? This is like a quick pop, pop, pop. And it's over. It's like, and now it's over. We raised $73 million, 26.7 is left, right? Supposedly, that we know of, right? If you do the math, that's evidence, that's proof. There's evidence, it's in the filings. That's not opinion. They may have already raised half of that, and we don't even know yet, because we don't know, because you can only base things on filings, right? So this $100 million at the market is going to be complete, and it's going to be complete soon. A lot of people are checking out, so I don't want to bore you guys to death. Thank you, Chen. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the positive comments. Thank you so much. Sorry about sharing a black screen earlier. Yeah, so that's what's up. Anybody have any last questions before I turn off the screen? And then also, yeah, I have these. If you like these are the IXHL Phase 2 to the Moon shirts. I have a ton of other stuff on my site, PrayTradeRepeat.com. If you want to go on there and check stuff out, it helps me continue to make videos and stuff like this. Also later, Chris, everybody's got to run, so I'm going to check out too. Yeah, please like, follow, subscribe on TikTok and on YouTube. It helps me so much. It gives me a lot easier opportunity to continue doing this research and making these videos. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Have a great day. I'll post these on whatever, StockTwits, Twitter, etc. Have a great day. Thank you. Hey, thanks for the gift. Thank you. Thank you so much.